Rising up, back on the screen. Did his time, took his chances. Went the distance, now he's running the scene. Just a man with the will to survive. Been around, yeah, he travels fast. Speaks his mind, never dances. If he don't like you, that's your past. Hit the button and it goes bam, goodbye. Panels lit, chats on fire. Say it wrong, you're playing with wire. Type it clean, better keep it tight. All caps rule or you're gone tonight. It's the eye of the tyrant, it's the thrill of the chat. Rising up to the challenge of the rival. And the last mob surviving keeps his finger on there, and is watching us all with the eye of the tyrant. Face to face in the common heat, hanging tough, staying ready. Friends are all but friendly to none. When the line gets crossed, it's done. He don't bend and he don't pretend. What he says, yeah, he meant it. If it smashes you out, that's the end. That's your problem, not his. Get sent. Eyes locked in, always aware. One wrong move, yeah, you feel that stare. Talk out loud, you might get yelled. Run the chat and ring the bell. It's the eye of the tyrant, it's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of the rival. And the last known watcher keeps it tight through the night, and is watching us all with the eye of the tyrant. Rising up straight to the top. Had the guts, got the glory. Went the distance, now he won't stop. Just a man with a will to survive. Every panel, every place, button ready, no delay. One clear rule, keep it straight. Or you boot it, that's the way. It's the eye of the tyrant, it's the thrill of the fight. Oh, rising up to the challenge of the rival. Oh, and the last one standing keeps the order inside, and he's watching us all with the eye of the tyrant. 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 If you know, you know.
Sorry. I thought I timed finishing my breakfast better. So how's everybody doing? I just thought I'd do a little wrap up about last night. I'm not going to sit and review myself. And actually, this will be more about Todd anyway, because it's always about Todd. And I'm sure not going to review his video either. But I did watch, mostly listen to a lot of his view on my conversation with Finkel last night. And I just thought I'd mention a couple of things. First of all, from my side of things, I thought we had a decent conversation. I should have taken Killen's advice and wrote down some notes. The one thing I didn't get an answer to that I wanted to ask was, he kept saying before that I owed him a apology. I don't know what the hell it was I was supposed to apologize for, but maybe we'll learn that some other day. I would like to say that I know a lot of people were looking for a bunch of fireworks last night. I'm not sorry to disappoint you. And I know for a fact that Todd was looking for it. And that's what I was going to mention. Let me show you. Let's see. This was my thumbnail yesterday. Real talk, podcast, real conversations. Shows two people sitting there talking, right? Now, let's look at Todd's thumbnail from last night, which I heard him and Minzy, because I commented about, oh, don't they have a sense of humor? Tell me what the dynamic duo was looking forward to. The ultimate showdown. Only one can win. Muckster versus Finkel. I can't read all of it. It's Finkel the Mighty. It says just Muckster. I can't see what's under it. But anyway. And then Bins and GS Fight Night play-by-play. Yeah, whenever I was listening, Mimsy was supposed to be providing the play-by-play, and Todd was there to give the color commentation. Yeah, that's what he kept saying, commentation. He wasn't the color commentator. He was given commentation. And I noticed him and Mimsy, and when I'd actually look in on it instead of just listening while I was doing other stuff, people in his chat kept saying that I was operating under false pretenses. And of course, Todd, he said a couple of times that this wasn't about me and Finkel, that I had set all this up just as a chance to sit there and tear down Todd. That's what this is all about, folks. This was all about him trying to come between me and Finkel. It just tells you the way his mind works. Because that's what he does. He can't stand when he'll see one of his friends getting friendly somewhere else. He has to throw a tantrum. So he figured that was my motive. I wanted Finkel back, damn it. Yeah. No. I don't mind being friendly with Finkel, but yeah, you're never going to see another FMAC, another Muckster Finkel show. No. Yeah, I'm trying to. That was kind of the general theme of Todd, though, was anything I said, they would twist it around and tell people what I was really saying. My words didn't mean anything. It's what I really meant. Because Todd's a fucking mind reader. I don't know. I should have been paying attention to chat in case anybody else had any insights they wanted to share. Well, there's a long one there from Alan. Let's see what that is. Oh, of course I saw it. This is something that's got nothing to do with this in particular, but Todd again, he asked Chad if somebody gives a $20 super chat, I'll open another bottle of whiskey. Who does that? Angel says Finkel needs to grow a spine, stand up to Todd. I think they're both afraid to lose each other, so they won't call each other out on their behavior. Yeah. Finkel repeated the thing again last night when he went over there, that he used to have people contact him and say, "You're letting Muckster ruin your channel. Muckster's chasing people away." Well, why didn't you ever say anything, jackass? I, I brought up the way he said about, he mentioned the panel that Jerry and Todd were on. I said, no, you and Jerry were having a panel, and Todd interrupted. And of course, he was, oh no, that's not the way it was. Anybody who watched it, that's the way it was. Again, Jerry and Finkel were having a decent conversation, at least as decent as Jerry can be. But Todd just had to go in there and flip the table over and start trying to score points on Jerry because, oh my God, I don't want Finkel to get to be friends with Jerry. That means that's less time he'll spend with me. And oh my God, what happens if Finkel starts sending money to other YouTubers? Yeah. Let's see. Speaking of which, Finkel's happy to live in his shit. So Todd is helping him live his purpose. Grumpy Old Mux is not the same as Todd's terrible anti-Semitism and misogyny. I like to think so. There's something else I just thought of there that well, of course, Finkel covers for that too. Well, Todd sees things differently, but he's not a racist. He doesn't hate women. Yeah. Todd would be quite happy in the 1950s when women were supposed to know their place. What about Finkel? Nobody else is claiming to be something they're not, like Tiny Alex, aka Todd. Yeah. But I notice how they both denied when, of course, Finkel brought up Killa because he hates Killa, apparently just because Todd hates Killa. Because I can't remember Killa really doing anything much to Finkel, except for Finkel now is all offended over the potato comment. He's the one that brings up dating the woman whose husband is. He says, "Oh, I never said he was a vegetable. I never whatever." Yeah, you implied all that shit. You know it. You're as bad as Todd saying, "I never said I was sleeping with her." You know what you wanted people to think. And now Kill is a bad guy for making a vegetable comment when you're the one that put that shit out there. But whenever I said about, I watched Killa show a lot of restraint for a long time. Todd would be throwing all kind of shit at him, and Killa wouldn't respond on his channel until he finally had enough. And it's like, oh no, that never happened. No. Of course, again, Killa was one of those people. He saw it coming all along. Todd always knows people are working behind his back. JJ's giving everybody orders. Imagine having one more creator be friends with you, just well, not the red card. Yeah, I have no idea where you're going with that, Gary. Let's see. Joel says Todd just hates women that he believes may cross him in the future, which includes any woman on the internet. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, Phil, you're right. Uh, Kill has good intentions. No, he's not. Kill is an asshole. Come on. Uh, anyway, that's pretty much all I had to say about it. It's funny. Well, the dynamic duo and Finkel were saying about, well, it's supposed to be about me and Muckster, and everybody keeps making comments and asking questions about Todd. Well, don't you get the point that the whole problem between me and Finkel was, it is, Todd? You know, you just don't understand it. It's not about not being able to be friends with somebody, being friends with somebody you don't like. It's that I can't be friends with somebody who will sit there and laugh along and stay silent with somebody who's a piece of shit racist who degrades women. And he degrades the women because they dare to disagree with him. Because he's a goddamn alpha male, which I didn't realize. You know, I had to look it up. And I saw on the Internet Slang Dictionary that another word for alpha male, and in parentheses it said Todd, and it said snowflake. You're a fucking snowflake, Todd. You can't stand to have anybody disagree with you. But anyway, like I said, I'm glad we had the conversation. I know it bored a lot of people, except for guys like the dynamic duo of Todd and Mimsy sitting there misinterpreting everything to make it sound like I was being disrespectful to Finkel. That was another one. This from the guy that sits there and plays children's games when he's got guests on his panel. But I apparently was disrespectful last night. Anyway, you two had a good conversation. Yeah, I don't think it really could have been a longer conversation. It was pretty much dying off. Anyway, folks, that's my take on the whole thing. Yeah, there wasn't really much else to say. Like I said, I should have wrote down a couple of things. The main one is I'd like to know what the um, thing is that I was supposed to vote Finkel an apology for. But I'm going to take off. Thanks for stopping in and listening to me. If you think of any other shit I should have brought up, go ahead and put it in a comment. And don't know if I'll be doing anything online later or not. Just watching the last few chats go by in case I miss anything interesting. Oh yeah, I think definitely Todd's feelings were hurt. I think Todd wished it was more about him than it really was. He kept trying to make it more about him. Anyway, have a good afternoon. I don't care if you have a good night or not. Fuck you.
This is an outro. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Not louder, not brighter, just ours. A place where the lights dim a little and the voices get honest, or at least honest enough for YouTube. Thanks for being here. No, really, whether you stayed the whole ride or just wandered in by accident, looking for something else and decided this chaos was acceptable, we appreciate it. Muckster, they say he's a tyrant, he says he's not. The truth probably sits somewhere in a folding chair, watching both sides argue and laughing under its breath. Ariel, somewhere behind the curtain, turning noise into something that almost makes sense, like a magician. Like a magician who traded its for rhythm, for rhythm. Kill time, don't let the easy grin fool you. There's a mind working there, quiet, sharp, intuitive, like a pocket knife that's been around long enough to know when to stay closed and when to cut through the nonsense. And Nikki, yeah, Nikki is just Nikki. If you know, you know. If you don't, you'll find out when it's too late. You can come in and enjoy the show, or not. Sit back, say nothing, chat with friends, pretend we're background noise to whatever your night really is. Because this isn't just a show, it's a doorway that never quite closes. You never know who's gonna walk through. Maybe a strong, independent Australian with a heart that refuses to quit. Maybe an Alaskan frontier spirit who doesn't recognize the word surrender. Maybe a Canadian with a thing for spiders. We're not asking questions. Or someone from Kentucky who just really likes deer and isn't apologizing for it. It's a strange mix, it's supposed to be, but you won't find haters here. Not if we can help it, because the rule is simple, easy to remember, harder to explain. Everyone is welcome until they ain't.